Wow,
and
that
that's
Bluetooth to your phone?
Yep, that's gonna sync right here, and then I have
gotta get
2-in-1.
one of these.
Road Go, man, that's
Road Go.
that's the secret. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, it looks like we are in record mode. I know how to say and spell your name. I know you've been doing an amazing effort at all the grocery stores and everything, and you really, I know you and Michael have a long history
Yep.
together, and so you know that they're going above and beyond here, and this is your way to give back, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of an amazing story too. Is Michael and I are really good friends, and when the pandemic started, he kind of sheltered in place with his family, and then decided to come back to Madison to really help the community, navigate our way through this. So he stopped off at my office, and he didn't have a mask on. And I said, Michael, where's your mask? And he says, we don't have any. We're using, T-shirts and that type of stuff. I go, what about your staff? He goes, same thing. So, and then the light bulb goes on. It's like, what about all the community that you support? What are they doing? And of course, Metcalf's, we've been in this pandemic for, 45 days, and we've been planning and trying to get in front of it for our staff and for our customers. So we had a source for disposable masks. And Michael said, hey, can I get some? And I said, well, sure. How many do you want? He said, if we can get 10,000, that would be great. And I called our source, and they said, we got them. It'll be a couple weeks before they're there. And he asked me, how much do I owe you? And I said, you get them in the hands of the people that need them the most, and we'll donate them. And he said, Tim, thank you so much. And we're just happy to be part of it. And then a week later, he calls me back and says, I've talked to the community. There's a huge need out in the community, and can you get me another 50,000? So we placed that order. We've got his original 10,000 coming in, and we have another 50,000 coming in sometime next week or the week after. So I'm really proud of him, and the fact that we're able to help. But thank God for the Boys and Girls Club and how they support this community. And I'm just really happy that he came in my office and just asked. So we're glad to be part of it.
Yeah, what does your heart say about doing something like this?
Well, we all watch the news, and I know the community that Michael supports. Young families, young children, the African American community, and we all see reports that those people and people of lower incomes are more vulnerable. So that was the first thing that went on in my mind is, by getting masks in the hands of Michael, we as a community are really helping those people in our community that need this help the most. So we're just so thankful and honored to partner with him, and we're just so thankful that Michael's in our community here in Madison.
And so thankful you still have the mask hookup, because they aren't easy to find.
Yeah, and hopefully, in the next, month or so, Amazon and other sources will make it more readily available, for the whole community. But right now, it's been difficult to find masks unless you make your own, or if you, make a cloth one. So we're happy to participate.
Perfect. Let me.
I know. That's the thing about masks. They disguise that, but it'll look down. When it's all done. Yeah, but this is just down to you. Just pure.
Question I'm going to ask you, will you be so kind to say and spell your full name if you don't mind?
Sure.
And full official title.
I'm Tom McGrath from Hanks Craft. I'm the sales director for Hanks Craft Incorporated. It's MCGRATH.
Perfect. Oh, thank you for that. And this role, I should ask.
Going on 3 years now.
3 years. Okay, so, in 3 years, you probably never anticipated a pandemic. The need for gloves like this is always probably an important thing for certain medical workers, food providers, but in this amount is probably perhaps the most insane you've ever experienced,
That
right?
is correct. It's it's unfortunate that there is this pandemic, COVID-19, but we're very, very fortunate to have a machine that we've created that helps to prevent the cross-contamination and hopefully spread this or knock down the virus.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about what this does, because this device, from what I understand, makes it it's sterile, right? So you don't even have to worry about another hand touching that glove, right?
It does have a sterilization, micro sterile on it, but you don't really need to touch the unit at all because the unit has an activation, and you just need to slide your hand into the glove, and you never touch the outside of it. So that's important because it's never cross-contaminated with a bare hand.
Gotcha. How did you get hooked up with Michael to do this?
Well, what we did is my CEO, Dan Brown, and President Ron Wright gave me the directive to seek out a number of groups, if you would, to donate some Aero gloves because it's about 3 weeks ago when it was really at its height, the pandemic. So I did some research and I found Michael, and I knew about Michael's work prior. So when we discussed this, it fit very, very well for us because Michael has connected himself in the Boys and Girls Club not only with what he's looking for to attain, but also with partnering with many other foundations and joint ventures. So it was very, very important for us to spread as many gloves out as we could to our local community.
No doubt about it. So, speaking of spreading them, talk to me about how many you have been able to give away these devices and how this works.
Well, today we're giving away 35 Aero glove units, and the Aero glove units work with gloves. So we gave 100,000 gloves, 100,000 gloves to the Boys and Girls Club to distribute to all of their centers and also their partners that Michael had discussed with multiple different other organizations. So we're proud to do it. We're happy to help support our local communities and those who serve our communities. We think it's very, very important to protect those individuals who are protecting our children, who are going out on the front lines and giving out food to the needy and some other items. And all around, Michael fit our narrative for that.
No doubt about it. He fits the narrative for sure.
Yeah, he does.
It's one of those things where your heart probably. I guess I should ask you that. What does your heart say about doing something? Just
we're very, very happy to do that because we could. This is an international product. This is a product that's sold worldwide and nationwide. We hold 2 patents on it. We have international patents and we have domestic patents. And one of the things that when we were given the directive to find landing spots, if you will, for donation, we always gravitated back towards our local communities. My father always told me when I was younger, you never had to look far to go and help people. And there is no reason for us to look anywhere else but here in the Madison, Sauk County, Walworth County area.
Remarkable. If you had to go to buy one of these, what would be the dollar figure for a donation like this?
For the Aero glove with maybe 600 gloves, we're looking at about maybe $65, $70.
For each unit, right?
Correct.
So with the 35 units, we're talking several $1,000s. That at this
the gloves
point,
the gloves and the units, we're looking at many thousands of dollars a donation here. We don't necessarily want to give out the
No. I'm just trying to put it in perspective that
we're in excess of $5,000 to $6,000.
And this is clearly money that these nonprofits do not have to spend, but they are in desperate need of this. So yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, I mean, internationally known product that you're just trying to help support locally and put this out there.
Yeah, we like to challenge other Wisconsin manufacturers to help their local communities. We feel that it doesn't have to be something that's on such a grand scale, but let's do it where the greatest impact is served to those who serve us. And that's why we chose the Boys and Girls Club.
How long has this patented item been around now for?
It's going on its 6th year.
Wow. And you mentioned it's international. Toot its own horn one more time. You mentioned it's all over the place.
It's an international product. It's utilized especially in Europe and in Asia for grocery stores, libraries, food service, restaurants, anything that you would come into contact with somebody for whatever reason. It's both utilized for consumers and also for professionals, for chefs and back kitchen things. people, and it's also utilized in nursing homes and assisted living and all different types of venues. It has an endless amount of usage, especially now with the pandemic.
Oh, no doubt about it. I'm sure they're going to find plenty of ways to use this.
They will.
Let me just grab a couple quick glamour shots of you. Go ahead and show me how this thing works one more time.
Okay.
I might make you do this a few times, and go for it whenever you'd like.
So the activator gets, we get a sensor over the activator. We have the
Oh,
glove-
sorry. Are you guys taking?
So cute. Oh.
She gets all the good angles.
I try.
She's a
Perfect. There we go. Camera shot. So go ahead and just, put your hand down and show me how.
So the glove the sensor activates the glove, and we just put it right through. It puffs the air in there. There's no need to be touching the outside of the glove or the unit itself. And we have these aero gloves on, and there isn't any contamination on the outside. Everything stays inside.
Whenever you'd like. Let me do these. These are cool shots, so bear with me. I'm going to try to have some fun with this.
Or
It's not. We're helping
Okay.
Michael, who's
who's distributing. I love it. I love that.
to the needy.
That's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
50 per glove stack. And we gave over 100,000 gloves for this effort.
They're not on my payroll. I just paid them on the side, and they fill out a W-9. So since they're all independent contractors, they don't have roads. We only got like 40 grand for Charlie's. We only got.
We're down about like 50 in sales, and that's over the last 4 years.
Too cool. Okay, now I have a favor to ask. Go ahead and just kind of look lovingly at your hands here. Yep, there we go. You got. I feel like you've done this before.
No, I haven't.
You do such a good job with it.
Well, it's good direction.
This rollback thing, like, even when restaurants are open, like if I'm only allowed to be in,
I'm just going to.
And like, I have 180 capacity. So
I've never seen anything quite like that. I think
It
that's
is.
why it's patented.
Yes, it is. Very, very important piece too nowadays. It's fast, efficient, clean. Everything that we need in this COVID-19 pandemic. And it shows your customers you care if you're in a restaurant. It really does. It shows. If this was put into public libraries, for example, they can't clean all the books every day.
No.
So if we were to have this available in the public library system, it certainly will help restore the confidence in the public to come and return to the libraries when everything opens up. It restores the confidence in the grocery stores to picking out fruits and things.
Oh, no doubt about it. Is Metcalf considering getting some of these?
They have. They've been
they have them?
considering it. Yeah.
That's exciting. I mean, that's amazing. Percentage-wise, how much percentage would you say your company is up with the pandemic?
On this product, 1,000%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We'll be in touch, Michael.
What you're doing is amazing. So, yeah. Hang on here. I'm just going to change this shot up. Put this little doodad.
We have 2 plants in China, plants up in Random Lake, which we're the largest beer tap handle manufacturer in America. That's a real Wisconsin company.
Wow.
I love it.
Michael, I know this is winning for you. I mean, you woke up. I saw your post this morning. You were up at 5 a.m. You're doing what you have to do for the community because right now you know that the community needs this, and nobody else is going to do it but the Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yeah, I mean, people need these masks. Kids need them. Their families need them. Child care workers and people who work with homeless populations, need these masks. So we want to try to get them out as soon as we can. We got people, delivering them now to folks, and we just want to do what we can to get the support to those who need it the most.
Absolutely. When AeroGlove approached you about this, what was your take? I mean, did you feel like this? I mean, did it bring tears to your eyes? I mean, what kind of went through your mind when he wanted to donate such a high number?
Yeah, I was blown away that one company from Reedsburg that does business internationally was looking to donate their supplies to support these local efforts. And then when I saw the video of their product, I was just blown away. And then the fact that they're giving 100,000 of them in the units, I just think is impressive, and we're very, very thankful.
Without this, you mentioned on your Facebook posts, and this broke my heart, but it's so true. Even Andrew was watching with me, and the doctors at UW, I mean, they're reusing these masks, and they're reusing these, sometimes even gloves. I mean, it's disgusting. And that's the case that things are at right now. And your heart goes out to everyone that's on the front lines, because that people that are touching the food and they're dealing with the most at risk need this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had a nurse that sent me a message on Facebook who works in an assisted living facility, and she said she's been using the same mask for 3 weeks, and she's been washing it. I just talked to somebody else last night who distributes food out in the community, and she said she's been using hers. She has 4 different masks like these, and she rinsed them out, and these are disposable masks that you're only supposed to use for 4 or 5 hours and be done with it. So I'm just thankful that we were able to get our hands on 65,000 of them, that we're partnering with Dane County mask makers to produce up to 200 or 300 a day, and we're going to just try to do our part to make sure these get in the right hands.
What I love about you, and this is my final question, is that you have the hookup. You're able to find these people that can get to those wholesalers that can pull this in like nobody else. Why is that so critical for this community?
Yeah, I think that no matter where you live at across the country, when you have people that live in challenging circumstances that need help, people like us who are privileged, and I come from an unprivileged background, and I know some of the challenges that people face, that it is our responsibility as neighbors to give back. And this is one of many examples of people giving back to be of support and to lend a helping hand to those that need it the most. And this pandemic is something I've never seen in my lifetime. So it is challenging even my leadership and a lot of people around us to make sure that we do the right things while we try to make sure that we maintain the work in our agencies as well.
You gave me chills. I'm thinking lending a helping hand, lending a helping glove, lending a helping mask. That's what this is all about. Favor, can I steal 1 more minute of your time? Okay, I'm going to grab this box.
Michael. Hey, we picked the perfect weather for this today, and the fact that it's overcast is a blessing.
Yes, it is. Alright, we
You
good?
are set.
AeroGlove is quick, easy. Coming down 3, 2, and 1. AeroGlove is quick and easy and carries with it 150 gloves per stack. You take 1 more, you should have it.
That was really good.
By take 49, we get it. So, coming down 3, 2, and 1. AeroGlove is quick, easy. Just about. 1 more time. Let me see if I get. Sorry, I'm gonna butcher this.
That's all right. Just rip right through it. You ain't gonna hurt it.
There it goes.
It's quick, easy, and clean.
There. Even better. Coming down 3, 2, 1. AeroGlove is quick, easy. Hold on, let me get this up here. Coming down 3, 2, and 1. AeroGlove is quick, easy, and clean. In fact, each glove set comes with 150 for customers.
You nailed it. That was awesome.
That'll be fine. Thank you so much for
Sure.
doing that. And appreciate all of your willingness to be my camera
you're
person for
welcome.
this. So yeah,